Welcome, and I want to say congratulations to our graduates. On behalf of CAA, I want to thank you for your commitment to the children and families. By completing your CDA, you have made a commitment to the learning process. You have learned about the science and the theory of early childhood education. Science and theory is just one part of the process. The major part of the process is the human element, and that's what you are. You are the human element. In this human element, you have to feel your passion. In feeling your passion, you have to work for agencies and companies that value young children and families. And I say that because I have the privilege of working for such an agency that values young children, families, and education. I also have the privilege of working with two incredible people day in and day out. Margie Lentz and Ebony Griggs Griffin. She's somewhere in here. These women are amazing, and they help me fuel my passion every day. I stand here before you as a person who is very blessed and very privileged. I say that because I also work for a CEO who is the modern day Wonder Woman. She truly is. I mean, she gears up for battle every day for children, families, and our community. She's an advocate. She works tirelessly, and she helps me fuel my passion every day. I am so excited to work here, and I'm so excited to be led by her, and I am truly blessed. I thank God every day to have this incredible opportunity. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our dynamic Wonder Woman CEO, Ms. Gwen Robinson.
Thank you so much. I think we're all graduation out, aren't we? Have you been to a graduation already? At any time? I'm really honored to be before you, and I really thank the staff for doing what they do, which allowed me to be here. If they didn't do what they did, I wouldn't be here. I want to acknowledge the fact that my grandson is in the audience, and he's not going to look up. He don't want anybody to know he's here. But he just graduated. He moved here 4 years ago to move from Illinois, and he lives with me. And I had to start all over again and learn how to take on a young man. And I say young man who's grown into a man. I'm so proud of him. That he came here struggling and ended up being an honor student and graduated. So I'm proud of him. Now he's watching Granny work. First of all, I truly want to thank you for being here and being supportive, because I'm telling you, if we don't have any wind under our wings, we wouldn't make it. And no one knows what the sacrifices that these women, these gifted women, gave up to be here today. And so I thank you, because I know there was times you had to have dinner on, you had to get a babysitter, you had to do, you know, there's a lot of things we have to go through. But let me just be quick, because Chef Pitts, would you just stand for a minute? He is our new chef here at the agency. And you know, when we talk about love, because this whole session today is about love, and I hope you feel it, because it's about love. This man cooks with love. He puts love in every meal. You know, it's in a can down there, and he just sprinkles it on all the food. And it just comes out just beautiful presentation, and I thank you for being a part of this family. Thank you. So, I'm going to be brief because I know I'm standing between you and that diploma and the food. But I've had a schedule that's not very healthy, but I just left a healthy retreat for women. It was 3 days, and it was talking to us about faith. And that was one of the leadership qualities that we have to have is faith. We have to believe in what we do, And we have to believe that there's a higher power, no matter what your belief is, that there is a higher power that will guide you and help you. Because I never forget one time I called one of my staff members when I was in Illinois who was in a total different building. And I called her and I said, all right, tell me what's going on. And she got real quiet. She said, how'd you know? I said, no, something told me something was going on. So when you have your faith and you're grounded, you would know. You would know. Graduation is the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. And as you get ready to embark on the next stage of your life and your work, try to embrace this moment and think about what it took and what you sacrificed to be here in this place at this moment. Let me begin by celebrating you, and I ask you to really appreciate this. I celebrate you for joining a proud profession. You need to be proud. What could be more important than to play a central role in the development of young children's lives? Cherish this calling, for it will be tested. So no matter what, I don't care if you are a rocket scientist, if you're not tested, then you're not in the right field. You're in the right field, and you're going to get tested. You're going to get tested by some of the parents. You're going to get tested by some of the children themselves. You think you got them going this way, and all of a sudden you look up and they're going back here. And you're going to be tested by the institution in which you work. You're just going to be tested, but that's what this is all about. So you're in a cherish, because you're setting the tone for our future. We're in these precarious times. I mean, we don't know when we wake up. Every time you turn around, you might get a tweet. If you got a tweet from the president, you're in trouble. But we don't know what's going on out here. We just never know. And so to take on a life, to be responsible for a life, says a lot about you. Matter of fact, a lot of teachers, particularly when you ask them, why did you go in that profession? The first thing that comes out of their mouth, they say, because I like kids. But truthfully, it's more than that. It's a special kind of caring because it is a relationship. And it's a relationship focused on children, their cognitive, emotional, and their social development. So what you need to say to them, you say this to them, and what you really need to understand is more than just caring and deeper affection is I use my mind. I'm using my mind. I'm reminded of this one teacher. I came in early for a meeting at 7 that morning, and I looked out my blinds, and it was kind of dark out. I was doing the winter, and I saw this bus pull up, and I saw the car sitting there running, and I thought maybe they were going to catch the bus, and they didn't. Instead, they got out and went to the bus, and I saw several people handing something over to this lady. I saw her signing, and she runs and gets into her car and takes off and pulls up to the building. So I went down to try to find out what was going on in the building, and here she was rocking this baby. And she said the young lady's baby was a part of her class, and she was getting the baby to respond when the mother said, I'm going to have to take my baby out because I'm going to school at UC to be a nurse. And she said, they changed the times of my lab work. So I cannot come. I had to be there in the morning, and I can't bring my baby here, so I'm going to have the neighbor to bring the baby. And it was 2 months left. She graduated in May. And so what happened was she made a decision, the teacher did. She used her mind, and she said, look, we're going to talk to the bus and driver and ask him to just hold for a minute, and I'll come early and get your baby. You just sign that I got the baby. And so the bus driver agreed because, see, I'm on the board of the Metro, and I know what on time means. If the bus driver is late, they get dinged. So he knew that if he stopped long enough while she gathered up her stuff to take the baby off, it would put him off schedule. But what happened when they pulled up the next time, there's 4 passengers that are on that bus that early in that morning. All 4 of them was up, getting her stuff ready and handing it out and making sure that she graduated. The teacher was invited to her graduation, and every time I think about that, it brings joy to my heart and tears, because you use your mind and your heart is deeper than that. And you tell me where you can go or what stage in education that someone will say, I'll take your baby. You just go on and take care of your business. And that's the kind of profession you just joined, that you get to do that. You get to make sure that someone can get their education and that they have a better life, and you're taking care of their child. I don't know about you guys, but everybody kids I can't take care of. Now, if your nose is running, don't come up and rub your face on my clothes. And if you babies, don't come around me right now. But you join a profession where you just embrace baby, and you embrace that snotty-nosed kid and that baby's dirty diaper. You took it. Because if somebody didn't take it, who would be there for us? Who would help us to get where we're at right now? So I applaud you and encourage everyone else to support them. Let them know that they're in a profession that is so powerful. And it's really strange, because you have your children for maybe 2 years, 3 years, whatever, and then they leave. And you don't know if what you placed in them, you don't know if the foundation was solid enough. You won't know. But then one day, you will find out. Because I would tell you, it's like kids, you'll say something to them, and then they just nod their head and say, okay. And then you walk in, and you've been there. And later on, the light bulb comes on, and you say, now I know what they were trying to tell me. And that's how our kids are. Now they know what you put into them. They know what Miss Hall did. They know what you did. And they would appreciate that. Let me just say this, though. The CDA is just a beginning. I want you to go ahead and put that CDA in a frame on the wall and say, I did it. But what comes before C is what? A B. B comes before C. So they said B is better than C. I want you to go get your B's, okay? Go get your B's. Don't stop now. This is just the beginning. And you put that C up there to say, this is where I started, but this is where I ended up. And if I really want to keep going, I'll get that P. So I leave you with this. 100 years from now, it won't matter what kind of car you drove, what kind of house you lived in, how much money you had in the bank, nor what clothes you had on. But the world may be a little better because you played an important part of the life of a child. And you were, and you are very important to each and every child that comes into your space. I wish each of you the best that life could bring. And remember to always, always keep your faith. You walk in it. You dream about it. You hold it very close to you. And the CAA is still just right down the street from you. We're still here. Margie, Dan, Renee, all of them, Ebony, they're still here. So every time you say, I need a little refreshment, we're going to call it refreshment, you just come to the CAA, and they will be here. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
At this time, we'll award our diplomas.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Congratulations, graduates. I'd like to call out Tanisha Bennett. Demetra Davis. Naomi Dumas.
Thank you.
Nija Edwards. Bailey Meyer.
We have to really be proud of her.
Otisha Fleming. Marguerite Goodwin. Congratulations. Andrea Hall. Ruby Killings. Nakia Morris.
Thank you.
Patricia Planets. Sandra Thomas. Kalia Tudor. Thank you. And again, it was truly an honor and a privilege to work and learn with these dedicated and determined women. But at this point, Margie and I would like to award one more diploma. We'd like to honor Mr. Dan Meyer for attending our CBA class. Dan attended many of our classes, probably 99% of them. Good job. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Whew. What about all that, right? There is no way to describe how I feel right now about this group of young people. Right? For all of our guests, I want to introduce myself. My name is Margie Lentz. I'm one of the dynamic duo of the CDA. Mr. Dan Schaefer is my partner. And Miss Ebony is my partner all the time. But I definitely want to give huge kudos to all the directors that you see sitting up here, because if it is not for the great leadership, and we all know that because we have a wonderful one, if we don't have great leadership, we would not be sitting here at all. So let's give them a hand. Miss Gary Davis, Terry England, Miss Ryan, where are you, Miss Ryan? Ortiz. This has been a phenomenal experience through our partnerships. And who am I forgetting? Miss Renee? Oh, Miss...
Kiana Poem.
Oh, I'm sorry. But this has been a phenomenal experience for us. Join me in, first and foremost, welcoming Miss Kiana Hutchinson to read a poem for you today. That's all right?
Hello, everyone. So excited to be here and excited to see you all. I have an inspirational poem. It's called A Teacher's Poem. Every day, you greet your children with a smile upon your face. Lesson planning and TS goal tracking the night before seems like a grueling race. You hear that special calling to which you always stay true. To you, each child unique and special, a beautiful gem. Remember, students are your dedication and your devotion is to them. Some days are just hectic and frustration takes the course. Remember that your students see you in their little eyes and your inspiration becomes your force. Each day you're in the classroom, remind you of why you're there. You enjoy hanging artwork, paintings, and developing portfolios to share. There's a special pride in teachers and a love for what you do. An appreciation always shared between those little eyes and you. Continue your journey in education because you will impact many lives. Be gentle, loving, and bring about positive vibes. A teacher's love and sacrifice is unconditional, but remember to use best practices and make all learning experiences intentional. Always plan ahead so that your children are never misled, confused, and learn not to trust you. You create the environment and the learning experiences, but most importantly, reach for continuous improvement, for you have joined the school readiness movement.
Thank you, Miss Kiana. Wow, the silence fell in the room. I want to know, did you bring a pen? No, I'm just kidding.
You ready to go?
I would like for you to do me a favor, please, because you are the class of 2017. Stand and move your, as we welcome that, from the right to the left, your tassel, please. Stand with me. Come on, give them a hand. We make noise up in here. You got it moved. 2017, please have a seat. I got a couple things to say to you. You know, Dan always says Margie talks too much. Yeah. But this is my time, so I'm going to use it. Am I right? First and foremost, you have made a major achievement. Many of you sat up and said, we can't do this. I'm not doing this. This is too hard. How many papers do you want me to write? And would you please let us out of here at 7:45 instead of 9:30? I've got to say that Ms. Robinson echoed a lot of what I wanted to say to you. First and foremost, it's not about your CDA. I think that's the most wonderful accomplishment, and I'd say kudos, but you need to move further, okay? Dan and I believe, agree wholeheartedly, and you've heard us say it over and over again. This is the first step, right? We want to hear about your BA in a few years. I want to be invited to your master's graduation. Yeah, that's right. I'll be up there talking and going, woo-hoo! Right? With an advanced education, you are opening a door. Without one, it's closed. I'm going to tell you what someone told me not too long ago. Do not do yourself a disservice by not following your education. You can be the best teacher in the world, okay? I have been an educator for well over 25 years. But I wasn't going anywhere. You know why? Because I was afraid to go back to school. I was afraid to take that first step. I was a good teacher, but that paper does mean something, doesn't it? And if you want to expand your career, that's exactly what you got to do. You got to keep on moving. How do you feel today? Do you feel like you did something wonderful? Yeah. I'm telling you. I do too. And I hope you all remember this, because these bright, intelligent minds, you must kiss the brain. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, I threatened you, and I remembered. I honor your passion, your commitment, your talents. You are in a position that changes lives. You may not make the best paycheck, okay? Honestly, you may not. But when you go home at night, you have made a truly, truly inspirational moment for a child or a family or a coworker. You will be the next Dan and Margie somewhere down the line. And we pray that we've inspired you some way and that we have touched your lives, because that's our goal. Am I right, Dan? It has been our goal all the way through. So, that being said, be excellent in your roles. Be a teacher. There is no other word for it, but be a teacher. We love you. Have a wonderful time and enjoy us for some wonderful food from our cooks. Please give a round of applause to our graduates of 2017. Make some noise. Thank you to our CEO for the wonderful words, to our committee that helped put all this together, to our leader, Ms. Renee Daniels, and all the others that made this day possible for you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Margie. Thank you both. Good team here.
Yeah, we beat each other.
I do too. I agree with you.
You remember that, Dan Checker. You just remember.
I know. I was the one to be thinking.
Did I do well?
No, you did good.
I was going to say, I was trying to make sure I hadn't done it.
No, you did good. We were supposed to walk out with them, but
We are.
Okay. Let me put on my interviewer hat slightly for a moment. Are you all excited about today?
Of course we are excited. We worked very hard for this. Getting here. Yes. Not a long night. Long days. Yes. Cramping for the test. Right. Yeah.
So how long did it take you all to do the process of the classes?
We were done in about 2 months. We did
2
the
months?
fast track as a group. It took us all as a group, and we worked hard and hard keeping each other on track. So we made sure your binder was together.
So how many of you all started out together?
All of us.
You know what I'm saying? How many total I'm saying were in your class?
Oh, just. Does it have to sit on your board? Oh, yeah, how many of us in our class? Our class.
The whole.
Oh, the class. Oh, probably like 10 or 15 of us. 10 or 15.
Okay.
We all came from the same city.
Okay.
Yeah, we got one more. She's in the back. Yeah, she's in the restroom.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'm gonna start on this end. Say your name, say hey to your family, etc., etc.
Hey, I'm Kalia Tudor. Hi, mommy. Hi, daddy. Hi, little Kaden. Hi, hubby.
My name is Nakia Morris. Hi, babies. Kaden, Caleb, Kyron, and Kyriel. Hey, Kevin. Hey, mommy and daddy. Thank y'all for watching them babies while we had.
I know, right? Thank you, mommy and mom.
It wouldn't have happened without y'all.
Right. Hi, I'm Ruby Killen. I want to say thank you to my family. It was Hark, Kamora, MJ, Kimmy, Kim, Kathy, my sister Debbie, and my niece Shauna. It took them. Thank you for getting me there and motivating me, because it was many nights and on Saturdays getting up, coming to the classroom and trying to make excuses, but thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Naomi Dumas. I just wanted to say hi and thank you so much to my friends and family who have supported me throughout this process. I love you guys so much. More success coming forward.
You know it. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, ladies.
I've been here with me all day. But she probably will be later.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Otisha Fleming, and I'm excited to be here.
You're excited to be here. What was like the biggest and best thing that you would like to remember from this whole experience?
The teachers.
The teachers?
They make you want to learn. They just want to refreshen everything you already know. So I just like the teachers. They're awesome.
Oh, that's
Right.
so cute.
And I'm not even in your class.
And I didn't even pay her. See, that was really meaningful because I didn't get to pay.
So this was an unpaid advertisement?
It is absolutely. It's an unpaid.
Sponsored by the community, actually.
That's right. We make sure people can be successful.
There you go.
Oh, Lord.
Well, what would you like to say about you guys' program here at Community Action
I think
Agency?
it's unique. We are the only program in anywhere that I know of that does a CDA graduation. So those first steps, the initial college coursework for teachers, and I think it's valuable. Our program thinks it's valuable. And I love teaching. So to me, they're a wonderful group. It's easy for me, right?
Good stuff. Thank you.
Thank you. Take your camera away.
Hey, how are you? All right, Ms. Graduate, what's your name?
Tasha Bennett.
Ms. Bennett, what is, I guess, like the biggest experience that you want to share with everybody that you had from your class and from being able to graduate today?
Good experience. Just to meet new people, all these lovely ladies. I love their attitude and ambition. We all trying to be teachers and motivators, educators. So that's it.
What are you looking forward to most as a teacher?
Learning new people, the kids, and getting a better higher education too. So this can't stop here.
Right.
You know.
Anybody in your family you want to say hi to or thanks to?
My lovely mother, Lisa Bennett. I love her dearly. My brothers, my sister, and my kids. 3 of them. I love them.
Super. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. And what's your name?
Nija.
Miss Nija. And Who do you want to say hey to and thank you to for helping you to get completed with your classwork?
I definitely like to thank my mom and my sister, and my whole family for being supportive and just helping me get through this journey. They was very supportive, and I love you so much. Mila and Rhonda.
What are you looking forward to most as a teacher?
As a teacher, I look forward to changing the world, making a difference in the world with children, helping them succeed in any way possible.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Hey, what's your name, ma'am?
My name is Sandra Ward.
Okay, Miss Wood. What makes you enjoy your class so much?
The instructors made it easy. They made it livable, and it was able to. They articulated it well, so it was good to digest, and I was able to move on.
Who do you want to thank for helping you through your class?
I want to thank Dan Schaefer, and Margie Lentz. They were awesome with us. They took their time with us. I was old coming in the door, but they took their time and made sure we understood. So it was good. I would thank them. Thank you.
Do you want to thank any of your family members?
I thank my sons for holding down the fort. I thank Gwendolyn Ward for holding down the fort. I thank Gail Joyner for being there and telling me I can do it. So yeah, I thank my family members. I love them so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's your name now?
Margaret.
Okay, Margaret. And who helped you from your family and friends? Who do you want to thank for helping for giving you encouragement for the class?
My church family and my family.
Okay. What would you say was your biggest takeaway from the class? Did you have a favorite teacher or some favorite stuff that you got focused on?
And Miss Morrison.
Okay. Anything else you want to say?
Thanks.
Thank you. And what's your name?
Bailey Meyer.
Okay, Bailey. And who do you want to thank from your family for giving you support for the class?
I just want to thank my friends and my family for giving me support through all of this and just giving me all just cheering me on through this whole process.
What would you say of all the classes? What's your biggest takeaway? What did you gain most out of doing classwork?
What I gained? I think I gained, a bunch of information about kids, the attention span that they have, the correct foods that they eat and everything.
Do you have anything else that you wanted to share before you graduate?
No, I think that's it.
All righty. Thank you. Griggs Griffin, what do you have to say to all your wonderful graduates from your program?
I just have to say congratulations, excellent job, and it's just the beginning.
You see some more graduates, family members and friends next year?
Yes. We look forward to another group coming through. We have a group that's completing now, and we're looking forward to them to sit in those chairs and graduate next year.
Super. Thank you very much, man. Who graduated? Your mom? You want to tell your mom congratulations? Tell your mom congratulations.
Congratulations, Mom.
Super. anything you want to say to your daughter to congratulate her?
I'm going to cry. I'm just really proud of her. It's really, her coming straight out of high school and doing this was...
Great job.
Yeah.
That's a great thing.
Very, very proud.
Thank you. What would you like to say to your graduates and to their families today?
I would like to say I've never worked with or had the pleasure of learning with a more dynamic group of women who are doing an excellent job in the field of early childhood education, and I wish them the best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
I would like to say congratulations to my daughter, Tashina Bennett. I love her so much. Congratulations from me and Giovanni. Thank you.
Congratulations to my baby girl, Nigel Edwards. I love you and appreciate everything that you do. I knew if you put your best foot forward, you will be successful at this. This is only the beginning. I love you.
Congratulations, Dee Dee. You are a wonderful person who the Father picked to involve yourself in these wonderful growing minds. Congratulations again.
I want to congratulate Nigel Edwards for accomplishing a goal that she set out for herself a long time ago, and we're very proud of her.
Thank you, sir.
All right, congratulations, Sandra Ward. Sandra Thomas, but Sandra Ward. Congratulations. So proud of you, me and the board. And so we're waiting to get Calvary Kids Learning Center really started really great. And we thank you for being the director of it.
I just want the leftovers. Nah, I'm gonna give me a plate in a second.
Good to see you guys. You get to take stay in touch. Absolutely. Very much. Bye, Bailey.
Okay. Congratulations to all the graduates. Your stepping stone to better project and success, and you can do it, and I'm proud of you. Congratulations.
Like it sounds good, but at the same time.
I'd like to say congratulations to the class of 2017, and I wish you the best of luck with all the endeavors that you create and what you want to do in life. And remember, dreams don't expire. Just and go forward and take the rearview mirror off and don't look back.
Congratulations, my Jeroni. We love you very much. Great job.
Congratulations, Nigel Edwards. I'm very proud of you.
She said, congratulations, Nigel.
I'm shy. Congratulations, Nigel.
that. Come on. Get you some. Really? Get you some. With the food now. Get you some.